Prismatic Evolutions releases within a week, and as we know, getting things at MSRP is almost impossible right now. Fortunately, there are a couple things you can do to prepare yourself for release day to give yourself the best odds of hitting it big on things like Pokemon Center ETBs, poster collections, regular ETBs, and more, all at MSRP. We're going to break down every single tip that I have for securing product in this video, and at the end I will be giving away this gold Iron Leaves EX from Terastal Festival. So stick with me to the end to find out how to win. And to anyone who's upset at me for spreading this information on how to get these products and how to be able to compete, I just want to level the playing field, and I'd rather everybody have a fair shot of getting these products rather than a select few. And with all the intro out of the way, let's get into my top tips for how to secure product on Prismatic Evolutions release day. My number one tip is going to be super simple. It's make an account on all of these websites: Target, Best Buy, Walmart.com, GameStop, and most importantly, the official Pokemon Center website. You need to have all your info already in their system, your credit cards, your address, all that stuff. That way you don't have to spend time putting that in when it comes to ordering. All of these sites sell at MSRP and will sell at MSRP on release day, and everyone is going to be keeping their eyes peeled on these sites. And it may seem simple, but the seconds that you lose from not having your information preloaded onto these sites can 100% be the difference between getting an ETB and missing out completely. As a second point to this, also have your phone and a computer ready. Sometimes the phone works better, sometimes your computer will work better, sometimes Wi-Fi works better, sometimes cellular data will work better for the Pokemon Center. And if you really want to get those Pokemon Center ETBs, this will increase your chances. Number two is know the timing for when these websites go live with their products. For the Pokemon Center, it's generally between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. For the original pre-orders for the Pokemon Center ETBs for Prismatic Evolutions, it was right around 10:30 in the morning. And then the subsequent days, they did the booster bundles and then the surprise boxes. Those were also between 10 and 11 a.m. But for the recent Journey Together pre-orders, those went live around 9 a.m. Eastern time. So there's no exact set time that they go live on the Pokemon Center website, but it's always in the morning. So make sure you're awake and you're ready. And for the people on the West Coast, I'm very sorry. I know that's the absolute crack of dawn when they release the pre-orders, so I wish you guys the best of luck. Now for websites like Walmart, Best Buy, GameStop, etc., they also stock their websites, usually in the morning, but it can vary wildly. And also, if you're wondering about buying in person, I'll make a point about that later in the video. But you can set up email notifications for when things come back into stock for Target, Walmart, Best Buy, all these websites. But the only issue with setting up these email notifications is there's kind of a lag sometimes. Sometimes they're great. They ping you right as it comes in stock, but other times there's like a lag period and it's not the most reliable thing ever. So I'd still set it up, but I wouldn't rely on those email notifications. And that brings me to my next point, getting notified when products come into stock. And this is probably the most important. And I'll give you guys a bunch of options for how to do this. The first is follow some people on Twitter who do restock notifications. There's a bunch of different accounts. They're not very hard to find. Just look up Pokemon restock notifications and I'm sure you'll find some people. And the main perk of this is that it's free and you don't really have to do any setting up. You just follow them, put on their post notifications, and then you'll get pinged whenever they post about something coming into stock. Now the only con for this is you're waiting for them to post. They're going to get a notification that something's coming into stock, and then they have to go and make a post about it. So they'll get notified that something comes into stock, they'll check that it's valid, they'll check that it actually came into stock, and then they'll notify you guys. And in there you can see that there is some lag time. And again, as we know, that lag time can be precious and extremely important for your ability to check out with these products. This is a game where seconds matter. So the second option is to put on Pokemon Center notifications. This seems obvious, but a lot of people just don't do it. They usually send out an email letting you know that this stuff has come into stock and that it's available for pre-order or orders. But there's no guarantee that it happens the exact same minute that they actually get stocked on the website. There can be a delay in time of up to 5-15 minutes between when it was actually stocked on the website and when you actually got the email notification from the Pokemon Center. But again, I would still do this. You want to have every single notification coming towards you, even if it seems overwhelming. But once you get that initial set of notifications from wherever, you can ignore all the rest of them. Now the final option for restock notifications, and in my opinion, this is the best. It's joining a Discord server that has bots that sweep platforms to check what is in stock, and then they will immediately notify inside of the server that something is in stock or something came back into stock. And if you're wondering if these are the same bots that are buying up all the products on pre-orders for Journey Together or buying all the products up for Prismatic Evolutions, No, these are a different type of bot. The ones that people are using to buy up all the products are extremely scummy to use. These ones just sweep and send out notifications to people. And the number one server to join for restock notifications is PokeNotify. I've used them in the past, and I used them to get Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center pre-orders back in November. And they've been extremely good to me, and that is actually why I'm a partner with the server. The community on there is great, and the creator, Dr. Apex, is always looking out for everybody. And I know you guys don't want to sit here and listen to me shill for myself. So I'll tell you how to get full access to the server and all of the notification bots for free on Prismatic Evolutions release day. And it's pretty simple. PokeNotify offers a 3-day free trial. You join on Wednesday or Thursday, get oriented on the server, join the channels that you want to hear from on release day, and set up the notifications. That way you don't miss a thing. And then after release day or later in the day on release day, you can just leave the server if you don't want to stay in it. So if you choose to join that route, I'll put a link down in the description as well as a pinned comment for how to join PokeNotify. And if you do end up liking the server and want to remain a member with full access, use code JBTCG25 at checkout to get 25% off your first month. But again, I want to say you don't actually have to spend a cent if you want to use it on Prismatic Evolutions release day. You just get the 3-day free trial and then you can cancel afterwards. But if you choose to stay on, it's extremely easy to make back the amount of money that the membership costs in one order. Like just yesterday, I picked up a bunch of Crown Zenith booster bundles from Target.com at $28. And I think market value is up at like $42, $46 for them. All right, enough talking about notifications. Let's move on to purchasing in person, which is probably going to be the hardest thing to do. I wish I could give you guys good advice for local game stores, but they're all different. They all operate differently and they all have their different rules and what they do with pre-orders and how much stock they keep. So there's really no good way to know if they'll have anything in stock unless you just call them this week. The one place that I know that should have stock would be GameStop. I don't know exactly how much they'll have on release day, but I know that they keep some stock around for release day. So if you want to go the in-person route, I'd get to your GameStop before they open. For places like Target and Walmart, they get restocks from MJ Holdings, which is a part of the distribution system with the official Pokemon company, and their restocks can be pretty sporadic. They might have a full shelf full of Prismatic Evolutions on release day, or they might have nothing for an entire week after release day. And then all of a sudden the Prismatic Evolution stuff pops up. So overall, I wouldn't count on places like Walmart and Target to get my Prismatic Evolutions because 1, you have no idea when they're coming into restock, and 2, there's probably 100 other people that go to that Walmart that will be trying to do the exact same thing. Now, if you miss out on these products day of and you want to get your hands on some Prismatic Evolutions, what product would I buy? Well, I would avoid things like the poster collection, the sticker collection, and the ETBs. But the Pokemon Center ETBs I think could actually be a good buy on the secondary market. Now obviously you'd be paying a massive premium between $300 to $400 right now, but I think that price could actually drop a good bit on release day, and this is going to be because people are getting their pre-orders and they're going to want to flip them. They're going to want to make their free tendies, they're going to want to make their money, and with that huge influx of impatient sellers, it's kind of going to be a race to the bottom. They're all going to undercut each other slightly, so you're not going to see Pokemon Center ETBs for $100, but instead of $400, you might see some at like $275, $280. And honestly, if I didn't have any Pokemon Center ETBs coming and I saw them on the secondary market for $270, $280, I would probably buy 1 or 2. One to keep as part of my collection and one to keep as part of my investment. Now, the reason I wouldn't buy things like the sticker collection, the regular ETBs, or any of the other little collection boxes would be because they have huge risks of being reprinted. They're going to have to continually reprint this set for a while to make it accessible. Now, as we know, they're going to release a ton of different products throughout 2025, but I also think they're going to reprint things like the ETBs. But the one product that we know doesn't get reprinted is the Pokemon Center ETBs, and that's why I think buying them on release for the resale price isn't a terrible idea, but I would shy away from the other sealed products. Alright, you've made it to the end of the video. I'll tell you how to enter to win the Iron Leaves EX. You just gotta comment your least favorite evolution shiny. You can tell me why, or just comment the name down below. Either way works for me. I hope this video has been helpful to you guys, and if you have any questions about anything I've covered in this video, comment them down below. If you're new here and you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. I put out Pokemon TCG and Pokemon Market videos every 2 to 3 days. But that's all I got for today, so as always, thank you so much for watching and stay safe out there.